First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Detroit Lions. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Wentz now to throw. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience is early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time. But...
yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll roll him out right. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. Watson on first down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point try good by Gano, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Chargers take over first and 10. Let's go. 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a third down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that will be incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on fourth down last year, and they're going here.
He's coming. We got double up.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. But I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Chargers take over first down at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing again on second down. Wentz. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a gain of 6.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And he's the guy, Mike Williams, that the Chargers took 7th overall a couple of years ago. Battled injuries as a rookie, but in full health last year, he caught 43 passes with a knack of really finding the end zone. 10 of those 43 catches went for touchdowns. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This is Dion Lewis, now in his 9th NFL season. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Throwing his Wentz. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun. Wentz under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Jamie Collins in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's something you don't see too often. They're 0 for 2 converting these in the opening quarter, but they're trying a 3rd time here on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Yeah, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson out to his left. Going deep here for Watkins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw, it's Wentz. He gets this to Davante Adams. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. Yeah, Freeman was trying to work his way forward, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. He's got Adams on the hookup. 20. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Freeman. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Wentz going to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 21-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Chargers take over first and 10.
Baby, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively. That's caught inside the 20. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play there for L.A. 61 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for first and 10. Now Wentz. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Check.
Wentz. And his throw here's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now Wentz. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Brandon, I won't go overboard here, but it looks like he's off to another nice start after what he did last week when he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And obviously a great start to the season, doing it in Week 1. He's one of those guys we maybe had pegged for a big year, showing out so far.
Now, you did say that to me in preseason. Looks like you're on target.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Get him. You got it. 50 times, go.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 36, Watson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. They are going for it. Here's Watson. And this is caught. That's Watkins. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Kiko Alonso. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. 2nd down, McKinnon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Wentz. He's got it to Williams. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, 59.
Throwing again is Watson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
He's got a 1st down past the 30. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Now a 1st down throw. Watson. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
55.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Let's go.
Now it's Watson. A bootleg. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Say. 50 points down, he's coming.
Watson now to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. A final shot before half for Wentz. He sets to fire deep, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The product of Jersey City, Tahir Whitehead on the sack. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. On the return comes Cobb, and shedding through the tackle. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
You.
On first down, Wentz. And that's complete to Adams. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 6 there on first. To throw again on second down. Wentz got his man. It's Williams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. On 2nd and 9. Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jamie Collins getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me. 54. Check. 55 is mine, guys. 55. 54 is down. He's coming.
Here's Watson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going for it. It's Watson. And he hits the tight end. It's Deion Sims. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike, 54. You don't want this. 54.
Here's Watson. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys continue to pour it on. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Drop deep.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
A gain of 7 yards.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, It's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Check three. Empty. Empty.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. And Adams has it, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. Chandler Jones, a former All-Pro, in on the tackle. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Throwing on second and 8. Wentz. That's complete to Cobb. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The Chargers on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Wentz. He's got Adams on the hookup. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Check 37. Check 37. Black, come on.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Great.
Freeman again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Throwing now is Wentz. And this is incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Lions will take over.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Here again is McKinnon. Oh, it's out. McKinnon fumbled it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Switch.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On first down, McKinnon again. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd
Let's go,
and
D.
6.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
47-yard line.
On 2nd down, McKinnon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
All day, dog.
Back to throw, Watson. And this is caught by Watkins. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.